Okay, here we are live today on YouTube. Wonderful. All right, let me put my welcome message in. Welcome to this live English lesson. We're doing a lot of describing and pronunciation today. Thanks for hanging out with Able Lingo. All right, that is my comment, and a welcome to everyone who's joining. Okay, so today the title is The Deadline. All right, let's describe. Right, so let's take a look. What are we doing? Well, we're going to describe a lot today. So that means a lot of vocabulary, pronunciation, great stuff. Here we go. We're going to do the summary, right, of this picture. This picture right here. This picture right here will be the foundation for this whole lesson today. We're going to describe the setting, the time and the place. We'll describe the action, what's happening, the people, things that are going on. And then we're going to describe the story. We'll let my imagination run wild, and I will tell you what is the story behind this picture. Okay. And of course, we're going to do a quiz. I have my glasses right here when the time comes. All right. I see Garden in the comments saying good evening. Hello. Hello. Right. And as we're going, if you guys have questions, comments, feel free to leave them in the chat box. Okay. And I will try to answer. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Let's do the summary. So the summary is a short description of this picture, right? Sometimes we don't need a lot of details. We just want a quick look and have a quick way to explain something. Here we go. We can see a young Asian woman sitting in front of her laptop during the daytime. She is wearing glasses and has long brown hair. The woman is staring at the screen intently. She appears extremely stressed out and is biting the pencil held in her hands. All right, you know what time it is? Let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. And if you're doing pronunciation, put some apples in the comments. It lets me know that you're participating. Here we go. We can see a young Asian woman sitting in front of her laptop during the daytime. She is wearing glasses and has long brown hair. The woman is staring at the screen intently. She appears extremely stressed out and is biting the pencil held in her hands. Okay, so we did pronunciation and a short summary of this picture. There's one word that I wanted to mention. It says in the sentence, the woman is staring at the screen intently, right? So intently means you're very focused. So if I'm staring at you right now very intently, it's because I'm very focused, right? It has your attention. You're really looking at it. Okay, so that is the summary, all right? But I think we need to get into more detail. Let's do the setting, okay? So we're going to be talking about the time and the place and the location. Here we go. The woman is sitting at a wooden table. The room is full of natural light coming from a window behind the lady. The time could be anywhere from early morning to early afternoon. Since it's so bright with natural light, we can assume that it's a clear, sunny day outside. Okay, so that is a description. Now it is time for pronunciation, and then we'll get to some vocabulary. All right, repeat after me. The woman is sitting at a wooden table. The room is full of natural light coming from a window behind the lady. The time could be anywhere from early morning to early afternoon. Since it's so bright with natural light, we can assume that it's a clear, sunny day outside. Okay, so a couple times in here we see natural light, right? Since it's so bright with natural light, full of natural light, coming from a window behind the lady. So we can see in this part of the picture it's much brighter, right? So there's probably sun coming right through the window and shining towards her back, right? So it's very bright. And when we talk about natural light, this just means light from the sunshine, right? We don't have to use a lamp, we don't have to turn on an electric light or candle or something like that. And that's natural light. And most people like natural light because it makes them feel natural, calm. It's nice. It's very clear. It's easy to see. All right, let's see. Humeira Gondek says hello from Turkey. Hello, hello. Kianton Lee says good evening. Hello, hello. All right. Okay, so this is the first part of the setting. All right, let's keep going. There's a lot more to describe in this picture. Here we go. The location could be at the woman's home or apartment, in a library, or in an office building. The wall in the background is white without any decorations. Right, and when we're talking about decorations, this could be a lot of things, right? When you put decorations on a wall, let's see if we can find some pictures. Here we go. If you put, we'll just say wall decorations. Right? It could be pictures of your family, it could be a design, it could be something that's kind of funky. I don't know. Everybody has a different taste. When we say people have different taste, it means they have different likes, things that are appeal to them, that they enjoy and they desire. Right? So in the picture that we're doing, there's no decorations on the wall. It's just an empty white wall. Okay? There are about a dozen colored pencils inside a round container with their sharpened tips pointing up. Okay, a little bit of a lengthy sentence, but here's a few words that I think are important. 1 dozen is 12, right? So if you did a search for a dozen eggs, it should show an egg carton with 12 eggs. A dozen eggs. All right, there we go. So a dozen is 12. So when I did the picture, when I described, there are about a dozen colored pencils. So we're talking about these pencils right here. And I can't see exactly how many are, but I'm going to say about a dozen, about 12. Inside a round container. So that's this thing right here. In the container, you can see through the sides, the air can flow through the sides, but the pieces won't fall out. And now we're going to describe the positioning of the pencil. You can say with their sharpened tips pointing up. All right, so they are sharpened and they're ready to be used, right? So they used a pencil sharpener or something, and whoever put these in, they put the tips up. And it's possible that they put the tips up, maybe they didn't want them to break when they put them down. I don't know, but when you grab them, you might want to watch out because they're going to poke your hands. Okay. All right, so that was the description. Let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. Here we go. The location could be at the woman's home or apartment, in a library, or in an office building. The wall in the background is white, without any decorations. There are about a dozen colored pencils inside a round container with their sharpened tips pointing up. Okay, so we did pronunciation. If you're doing pronunciation, put some apples in the comments. It lets me know that you're participating. All right. Woo! More setting? You mean there's more to describe? Oh yeah, here we go. A blue notebook or a personal organizer is lying on the table near the computer. So a notebook is kind of simple, right? It's just a book with paper and you can write in it or take notes. But a personal organizer, and just to make sure we're talking about the same thing, let's put the arrow. We are talking about this blue thing right here. And it's just the corner of it. We can't see it completely, but we can have a pretty good guess at what it is. And I'm going to guess that it is a personal organizer. And let me show you what I mean by a personal organizer. All right, goodbye a dozen eggs. Let's take a look at a personal organizer. All right, so it might have a planner. It might have a notepad, something that you can use to take notes or maybe take down people's personal information, something like that. So it's a personal planner. It helps organize your day, what you need to do, right? A personal organizer. Okay, right? Let's go back. There is a comfortable black chair in front of the table, right? And since we're describing the setting right now, we're kind of ignoring the lady because we're just describing the environment, what is in the room, the physical objects. And we can see just the corner of a black chair here. And I think it's probably like a leather office chair. That's what I'm going to guess. So if we look for a picture of a leather office chair, I'm going to guess that it's something, maybe not as nice as this one, but something similar. Maybe like this. I don't know. A comfortable chair either way. Right. Okay. The laptop is open and we can see a black keyboard with white letters, numbers, and characters. Alright, so we're talking about the laptop right here. And we can see the keypad, right? Or the keyboard. And it's got black keyboard. The little keys are black and then the letters are white. So the letters, numbers, and characters. When we say characters, we're talking about kind of those funny characters, the symbols. Like these kind of characters, right? We wouldn't call those letters, we wouldn't call those numbers, but you can call them characters. Sometimes people will call them special characters, right? The laptop is probably an Apple MacBook. That's what I'm going to guess. We can't quite see the logo, but how thin it is and just the layout of the keyboard and the touchpad. So this is the touchpad where you move around the mouse. Let me put the arrow so we can see that. Right, so this is called the touchpad right here, and I'm going to guess that it's an Apple MacBook. All right, let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. A blue notebook or a personal organizer is lying on the table near the computer. There is a comfortable black chair in front of the table. The laptop is open and we can see a black keyboard with white letters, numbers, and characters. The laptop is probably an Apple MacBook. Okay, so we just finished describing the setting. We're talking about the time, the place, maybe the weather, what's happening in this physical location. All right, let's do the action. Let's see. Layla Almeida says characters. Please again pronounce characters. All right, so let's take a look. The word here, be right here. Characters. One more time. Characters. And it's sometimes people will say special characters, right? The exclamation mark, the @ sign, the pound sign, all of those extra symbols above the numbers on the keyboard. Okay. Right, so here we go with the action. Let's describe what's happening in this picture. The Asian woman is thin and might be in her 20s or 30s. She has long brown hair which flows down over her shoulders. All right, so we're talking about her hair. And when we say it flows down, it's similar to when you talk about maybe water or a waterfall. The water flows over the edge. You can say her hair. Her hair flows down. My hair does not flow because there hardly is any hair and there's no hair to flow. But she has long hair which flows down over her shoulders, right? Okay, let's take a look. The woman has dark brown eyes and eyebrows, right? And just to make sure we know what eyebrows are, let's put the arrow there. So we have two eyebrows, right? That's one eyebrow and another eyebrow, just the hair that's above your eye. And we can say that she has dark eyebrows, right? And dark brown eyes as well. That's what I'm going to say. She is wearing large glasses with thick frames, which are pushed part way down her nose. All right, so first we're talking about her glasses, and she has thick frames, right? So actually even my glasses, my fake glasses that I use for quizzes, you could say these have thick frames, right? I have another pair of glasses, and these would be frameless glasses. So the part where the lens is right here, there's no frame. It's just connected on the side. So the frames go here, but here it's frameless. There's no frame. But in this picture, she has thick frames, right? And we're talking about right here. And here's interesting how we can describe the location of the glasses on her face. They're pushed part way down her nose. So if her glasses were all the way on, they're pushed up, then she would be looking through, right? But it looks like she has her glasses kind of here, and she's looking over the top of the glasses, right? And I don't know why, maybe sometimes people's glasses, you know, they slide down and they push them back up, or maybe she just put them down because they're comfortable there and she likes to look over the top. I don't know. But we can say pushed part way down her nose, right? Okay, and oh, here's another thing. If the glasses were all the way down to the end of her nose, kind of like an old teacher who's like, hello, right? You could say that the glasses are at the end, on the end of her or his or her nose, right? Or all the way up, pushed in all the way, the glasses are all the way on. Okay. All right, so let's do some pronunciation. All right, and also remind you guys, if you have questions as we're going along in the comments, feel free to ask. Here we go. Repeat after me. The Asian woman is thin and might be in her 20s or 30s. She has long brown hair which flows down over her shoulders. The woman has dark brown eyes and eyebrows. She is wearing large glasses with thick frames which are pushed part way down her nose. Okay. Moving forward with more action. Here we go. The woman is wearing a dark red or maroon colored short sleeve sweater. Okay, a lot of adjectives here. Dark red, so we're talking about this part of her clothing, right? So it's dark red or maroon. And maroon is kind of a mix. It's like a dark red, somewhere in between dark red and a brown. Let's see if we can find... I'm going to go to the pictures and we will find the color. We'll do a maroon sweater. Okay, so maroon it's a very dark red, right? Almost like the color of maybe red wine, almost like a very, very deep dark red. So that is maroon. And we can say her sweater is maroon colored. And it's a short sleeve sweater. It doesn't look like her sleeves are rolled up, it just looks like they're short and they go down to her elbows, right? Okay. The sweater is open in the front, and underneath the woman has on a white blouse. Okay, so a blouse is just a kind of shirt, and it's very common for women to wear. It's called a blouse, right? So she has the maroon colored sweater, and then she has the white blouse underneath, right? And Leah Huda says, hello, teacher, in the comments. Garden says, Maroon 5. Yes, right? That's the same word as the band, right? The music band Maroon 5. Okay, so we have a maroon sweater. And let's see, she has a white blouse underneath. So she probably put on the blouse, and then she put the sweater on top of the blouse. Okay? She is wearing a thin silver necklace around her neck, right? So we can see it right here, and I'm going to I'll put the arrow so that we can take a look at it. We'll put it in the front. There we go. So we're pointing to this small, thin necklace that is around her neck, all right? Hanin Al-Mosawi says, hello, teacher, in the comments. I say hello and welcome. So we're taking a look at this little necklace. It's just a thin necklace around her neck. Right? And there is some sort of charm on the necklace. All right, let's take a look. What is a charm? So I'll point at it again. A charm is just like a decoration that you put on a necklace. But let's see if we can find some pictures that would match. Let's see. Whoop. So we'll say a necklace charm. Right? So it's just something small that you hang from the necklace. And I see Layla Almeida says, underneath is a preposition? Yes, because we're describing location. Underneath the chair, underneath the shirt, underneath the car, something like that. Right? All right? And Mezliet Insekara waves the hand, I think. He's saying hello, so I say welcome. All right, so a charm is just a small kind of piece of jewelry that you can hang from a necklace, right? It could be something that has meaning to you, or it could just be something that you like. Maybe it's just a simple heart or something like this. In the picture, it's difficult to see exactly what the charm is, but there's something. So there's a thin chain, which is the necklace, but at the end of it, there's something. I don't know, it kind of looks like silver. I'm not really sure what it is, but I would call it a charm. Okay, so we described this part. Let's do pronunciation. And if you're doing pronunciation, put some apples in the comments. Here we go. Repeat after me. The woman is wearing a dark red or maroon colored short sleeve sweater. The sweater is open in the front, and underneath the woman has on a white blouse. She is wearing a thin silver necklace around her neck. There is some sort of charm on the necklace. Okay, so that's pronunciation. I'm going to make another note. When we say some sort of charm, right? We could also say some kind of charm, right? So some sort of charm. We don't know exactly what it is, but we're saying some kind, some sort of object, right? Right, let's do some more action. Here we go. The lady is sitting in a comfortable black leather chair. She is looking over the top of her glasses directly at the computer screen. All right, so if we say someone is looking directly at something, so right now I'm looking directly at the camera. It's like your eyes, you can say your eyes are locked on something. They're very focused on something. So this girl, this lady, she is looking directly at the computer screen. Something has her attention. And she is looking over the top. It looks to me like she's looking over the top of her glasses. Yeah, okay? Her eyebrows are raised and her eyes are open. right? So if we take a look, I'm going to put the arrow at her eyebrows. Take a look. I don't think her eyebrows are in the normal position if she just had a calm, relaxed face. Her eyebrows are kind of up. It shows more emotion, more intensity. Right. Something has caused the woman to look stressed, frustrated, and perhaps overwhelmed. Okay, overwhelmed is a good word. I think most people know what stressed is. It means the situation is difficult and it's stressful and it's causing you maybe mental difficulty. Frustrated just means, there's something with the situation. It's not working right. I'm upset. I'm a little bit angry. It's not going how I thought it would be. Let's take a look. It's always a good time to go to the dictionary. Let's take a look at, we'll put in the word overwhelmed and see what pops up. What other synonyms that we can get for it. All right. So, it can be a verb, but let's see if we can find the... It's going to have the adjective. But if you feel overwhelmed, there we go. Let's see, past tense verb. I feel overwhelmed. Oh well. Either way, we'll use this. Here you go. Give too much of a thing. It's too much. If you're overwhelmed with something, then you feel like it's just it's too much stuff. I can't take it. Overwhelmed. Here we go. Inundated. You're flooded with work. You're swamped with work. There's just so much. Maybe we'll take a look at a picture. We'll say an overwhelmed person. So this one, help, right? They have too much work to do. Or this lady right here, she's overwhelmed with the amount of studying she has to do or the amount of books she has to read. Let's see. Layla Almeida says, sorry, I did not find apples. I will focus on your explanation. It's okay. If you can't find apples, it's all right. Leah Huda says, is it the same as to defeat? Overwhelmed is, let's see, it could be if you overwhelmed the forces. Like there are two armies and one army comes and just completely takes over the other one. You could say they overwhelmed them. Their energy and their forces and their attack was too much. That's one possibility. And it's also very common when we're talking about, let's see, I'll say overwhelmed with work. Right? So, I mean, this picture right here, you can't even see his head because it's down. He has all the work on top. Let's see, Ghazal H says, could it be used when someone is stuck in an awkward situation? I say it's very possible. Especially if the situation is one where you feel awkward, you feel uncomfortable, and you feel like you want to leave. You want to get out of there. So let's take a look. If any other pictures are good. Here you go. This is like working. She's trying to do so much at once. She probably feels overwhelmed. Let's see, like Ghazal H said, could it be used when someone is stuck in an awkward situation? So awkward is another word for uncomfortable. And if the situation is strong enough, I would say overwhelmed could work. You have maybe your boss or someone is just screaming at you and yelling at you and you're just like, it feels awkward. Nobody really likes to be yelled at. It could be overwhelming as well because it's like, let's see. Maybe I'll put in overwhelming and see if that one shows up. There we go. It's adjective, overwhelming. Very large, profuse, enormous, immense, inordinate, right? An overwhelming feeling of gratitude. So it could also be in a good situation. I suddenly had this strong, overwhelming, huge feeling, strong feeling of gratitude, of being thankful for something. Okay, so it depends on the situation. It's a very useful word. Layla Almeida says overwhelmed, a lot of work. Yes, that fits. All right, so here we go. Let's go back. Let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. Here we go. The lady is sitting in a comfortable black leather chair. She is looking over the top of her glasses directly at the computer screen. eyebrows are raised and her eyes are open. Something has caused the woman to look stressed, frustrated, and perhaps overwhelmed. All right, I think we have even more action. Here we go. The woman's hands are gripping a yellow number 2 pencil at both ends. Okay, so there's a couple of things we're going to look up. First, gripping. Gripping means to be holding something in your hand. You're gripping it with force. It's not just laying on your hand, but you're grabbing it. So let's see. Let's see if we can find some pictures for gripping, because it's a useful word. We'll say gripping the tool. How about that? Well, we need to see a hand, so we'll say gripping the baseball bat. Okay, so if you are familiar with baseball, part of the game is to try to hold the bat and hit the ball when they throw it at you. But the hands, we could say they are gripping. They are gripping the bat. They're holding them tightly. They're holding them securely so that the bat doesn't fall out of their hands. So they're gripping it, right? Let's take a look back. Here we are. Okay, so a yellow number 2 pencil. I remember this from high school and school. Whenever you had like the tests, when you had to fill in like the what do you call them? The bubble sheets. Do you guys ever take bubble sheet tests? Bubble sheet tests. Oh yes, the bubble sheets. So it's usually multiple choice, and you have to answer a whole bunch of questions and all that good stuff. And when I was growing up, they always said you have to use a yellow, or it doesn't have to be yellow, but it had to be a number 2 pencil. So a number 2 pencil is just a kind of pencil. And schools like to use these, I guess. And the thing about it is they usually say number 2 on them. So it's the type of lead or the type of writing piece in there that makes a mark on the paper. So these are number 2 pencils. And they seem to work well with bubble sheets. I remember these pencils. Ooh, I used to use a lot of these pencils. Right. Actually, you know what I preferred? I preferred a mechanical pencil. See if we can find it. Mechanical. There you go. Mechanical number 2 pencil. Yes, I used to like these. The big ones. Yes, I used a lot of these. I like them better because when you need lead, you don't have to go sharpen it. You can just click out some more. Alright, let's see. Ghazal H says her mimic is kind of ambiguous, both overwhelmed and enthusiastic at the same time. It's possible, right? Sometimes when we're trying to read someone or we're looking at someone at their emotions, it looks like they could have mixed emotions. Let's see, and Vera Kalugina says hi. Hello. See, Leah Huda says, what's the difference between gripping and grabbing, please? Ooh, good question. And Leah Huda says, I like this type of pencil. It's my favorite. Yes, I like them too. All right, let's see. Gripping and grabbing. All right, let's see. Grabbing the, I don't know, candy. Let's see what shows up. Okay. Well, when I think of gripping, when I think of grabbing, I think of more of a quick motion. You're going in, you grab it, and you pull it away. So let's see if you can see my hand. You go in, you grab it, and you pull it away. You grab something and you pull it back. All right, but when you grip something, it's already in your hand and you are squeezing it, right? I think before we did gripping the baseball bat. Gripping the baseball bat. So if you're gripping something, it's already in your hands and you're just squeezing it, right? When you're grabbing something, usually it's a movement. You're going to grab it and then you pull it back. And then maybe you already have it in your hand and then you start to grip it, right? You're squeezing it. But grab is more the motion of quick grab and then you take it. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. They're similar but a little bit different. All right, here we go. So that was a number 2 pencil. Here we go. The middle part of the pencil is clenched between her teeth. All right. So clenched is pressing down on something. So she has, let's see, if I don't know how well you can see my face, but when you say your teeth are clenched, it's like you're biting down on something. You're clenched. You can also say that your fist is clenched. If you have your fist like this and you're going to punch someone, you clench your fist. You put your fingers together, you clench. So clench means to come down with force. And so clenching your teeth, you're but you can also say that something is clenched between your teeth. So this lady, she has the number 2 pencil clenched between her teeth. All right. All right, let's see. Hopefully that is clear what clenched means. It's pressed down between something. She might be biting the pencil out of frustration or habit. So frustration means she's like, she's upset with the situation. It's not working out how she wants. Or it could be habit, right? Let's see if we can find. Sometimes people, without even thinking about it, they chew on things, right? So maybe chewing fingernails. When people just, this is kind of gross, but people, they'll like this. They'll chew their fingernails. Oh, I need to show you the pictures. There we go. So chewing your fingernails. Maybe someone's watching a movie and they're really watching it and they just start chewing on their fingernails and they don't even know they're doing it. Sometimes people will chew on pencils. Right? So they chew on it, maybe they're thinking about something or I don't know, and they just have a habit. A habit is just something that you do over and over again, and sometimes you don't even know you're doing it. It's just kind of a routine, and if it's a bad habit, you have to, work and realize that you're doing it and then work against it. All right. So here you go, another kid chewing on a pencil. I remember when I was little, it was common for kids to chew on their erasers, right? The part at the end of the pencil. Okay. All right, Vera Kalugina says, please make your music more quietly. All right, is it a little bit too loud? All right, I can turn it down. Right? Okay, so I just turned down the music a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud or what you guys think. All right. So here we go. Next one, if she bites hard enough, there will be teeth marks on the pencil. All right, let's see. Leah Huda says, my habit is to watch Abolingo. Hopefully it's a good habit. All right, let's see. When we're talking about teeth marks on the pencil, teeth marks on a pencil. Right? There we go. So when you bite down into the pencil, it's quite soft. And then there will be marks left from your teeth. All right, so those are teeth marks. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. One sec. Gonzalo H says, perhaps extroverted people do it to get rid of their stress. I am not a psychologist, but anything is possible. Have you heard of stress balls? Stress balls. Let's see if I can find a picture. Stress balls. I've heard that, when you get, maybe something's upsetting you, you can put something in your hand and you squeeze it. And it helps to relieve the stress. Or in other words, get rid of the stress. So you squeeze it. Oh, I hate my boss. And then you squeeze. Or, I hate my whatever, I'm having such a difficult time with my kid, and you squeeze the stress ball. So it's supposed to work. And interesting, stress balls. All right, but it's supposed to help you calm down. All right, so here we go. Let's do pronunciation. Repeat after me. The woman's hands are gripping a yellow number 2 pencil at both ends. The middle part of the pencil is clenched between her teeth. She might be biting the pencil out of frustration or habit. If she bites hard enough, there will be teeth marks on the pencil. Okay. All right, I see Leah Huda put some apples. That means she's doing pronunciation. Thank you. Let's see. Leah Huda says, no problems at all. I feel relaxed. Maybe you don't need a stress ball. All right, let's see. Layla Almeida says, it was common or pencil or pen. Right? Okay. Let me just move something over here so I can make sure I see everything. Right? Here we go. Let's move forward. So we described the action in this picture. I think it's time to describe the story. So we need to know a little bit more information, what's going on behind this situation, behind the scenes, what's happening. And we can use my imagination. Here we go. This is Angela, and she was contracted by an advertising agency 2 months ago to promote a new line of ladies' clothing. Nice long sentence there. Okay, so the girl's or the lady's name is Angela, and she was contracted. That means that she came into an agreement. She made an agreement with, like shaking hands kind of agreement with a company, with an advertising agency, that she would do some work for them. And they made the contract or the agreement 2 months ago. And what she's supposed to do is create something to promote a new line of ladies' clothing. And promote just means let everybody know about it. Put the information out there. Maybe it's online advertising. Maybe it's magazines, newspaper, billboards. But she wants to promote the new line of ladies' clothing. And a new line of ladies' clothing just means that a company, a clothing store, maybe a designer, they have a new group of clothes that they've come up with and they want to show the world. Excuse me. All right. It was an extremely lucrative agreement. Ooh, so extremely, not just low level, but really high level, extremely. And now we have lucrative. Lucrative is an interesting vocabulary word. Excuse me. So let's take a look. What does lucrative mean? Right. Here we are. Let's hear the pronunciation.
Lucrative. Lucrative.
Lucrative. Okay. So lucrative means producing a great deal of profit. So we're talking about money, right? We look at some of the synonyms: profitable, profit-making, gainful, remunerative, well-paid, high-paying, bankable, right? And Leah Huda says to promote, to let everyone know about something. That's right. All right, the opposite of lucrative would be unprofitable. So her deal was extremely lucrative. That means she's going to make a ton of money if she finishes the contract, right? Angela decided to procrastinate and not start working on the project right away. All right, so if someone procrastinates, they decide, I'll just wait. I'll start later. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to procrastinate. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to start working right now. Okay. Angela had more exciting plans. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do some pronunciation. Repeat after me. This is Angela. Let me start again. Sorry. Take a drink first. Okay. Here we go. Repeat after me. This is Angela, and she was contracted by an advertising agency 2 months ago to promote a new line of ladies' clothing. It was an extremely lucrative agreement. Angela decided to procrastinate and not start working on the project right away. Angela had more exciting plans. Okay, let's see. Garden says, what's the difference between clothes and clothing? And how you spelled it cloths. I think you mean clothes and clothing. I'll type it into the comments. Clothes, C-L-O-T-H-E-S, that's clothes and clothing. They're pretty much the same thing, right? It's the pieces of clothing or shirt, pants, whatever that's on your body. Do you like my clothing? Do you like my clothes? They're almost interchangeable. Okay. All right, let's go to next section of the story. Angela delayed the project because she was too busy playing video games, eating popcorn, and gossiping with her friends on WhatsApp. Right. And popcorn, I assume you guys know what popcorn is, but it's delicious, so we will take a look at it anyway. Let's see some nice pictures of, move that back over. Let's see some nice pictures of popcorn. Aha, it's very common to eat at the movie theater. They have different kinds. My favorite kind of popcorn is caramel. Caramel popcorn, and it looks like caramel, but I've always grown up just pronouncing it caramel. Caramel popcorn. It's tasty. Caramel popcorn. This is probably my favorite kind of popcorn. Not very healthy, but very tasty. Okay, I need to stay focused here. Let's go back. All right. Now the contract deadline is only 2 days away. Boy, the deadline. That was the title of this whole lesson. Deadline. What is a deadline? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a nice, lovely dictionary that we can explore. And we're going to find deadline. All right, let's hear their pronunciation.
Deadline. Deadline.
Deadline. Okay. And the official definition: the latest time or date by which something should be completed. All right. So time limit, finishing date, finishing time. The deadline for submissions is February 5th. So if you submit or you turn in your work on February 6th or February 7th or anytime after February 5th, they say, the deadline already passed. It's too late. Okay. Go back. So the contract deadline is only 2 days away, and she had signed the contract like 2 months ago. All right. Angela freaked out after opening her laptop and seeing how much work has yet to be finished. All right. I see. Vera Kalugina says, when I eat popcorn or some fried food, I begin to cough because my stomach suffers. Maybe indigestion. Indigestion is when we eat something and our stomach gets upset, right? And it's not good. Okay, so let's talk about freaked out. Angela freaked out. Opening her laptop and seeing how much work. Okay, so when we talk about freaked out, I think it's just good to see some pictures. Right, we'll say freaked out. Let's say freaked out person. How about that? What is the idiom? A picture is worth 1,000 words. So these people are freaked out. Something has made them upset or scared them or shocked them or something. They're freaked out. All right. Let's see. Leah Huda says, please explain what's deadline. I'm not sure if there's a delay because I just explained what a deadline was. It's the time limit. It's when something needs to be turned in. Like if your professor says you have a deadline of 2 weeks, you need to finish by 2 weeks. The deadline. All right. Ooh, Ghazal H says appalled. Ooh, that's not bad. Appalled is usually negative, right? If you're appalled by something, you're like, that's terrible, that's horrible, it's incredibly bad. If you freak out, it could be good or bad. Have you ever seen like the boy or the Beatles. If you look in the history of the fans that go to the Beatles concerts, they freak out, right? They're like, they scream and they're crying and they're so happy to try to get close to the Beatles. You can say they're freaking out, but it might not be in a bad way. It might be with so much excitement. However, in this situation, the lady named Angela, she is freaking out because she opened her laptop and she's like, oh my goodness, I still have so much work to do. And the contract deadline is only 2 days away. My time limit. Okay, right, here we go. Repeat after me. Angela delayed the project because she was too busy playing video games, eating popcorn, and gossiping with her friends on WhatsApp. Now the contract deadline is only 2 days away. Angela freaked out after opening her laptop and seeing how much work has yet to be finished. Okay, all right, we have a little bit more for the story. Let's do it. One of Angela's bad habits is chewing on things whenever she gets stressed. She is definitely stressed at the moment. When we say at the moment, we could say right now. She is definitely stressed right now. Time will tell whether or not Angela is able to successfully complete her contract with the advertising agency. Right. I see apples in the comments. You guys are doing pronunciation. Great. Right. So time will tell is actually another idiom. And it's pretty simple one to understand, I think. That the future will give us the information, right? Time will tell. The future will tell us whether or not, if she is able to complete her contract with the advertising agency. To be honest, her chances don't look good. All right. To be honest is a common phrase to just say, look, I'm going to be direct with you. I'm going to be honest with you. To be honest, her chances don't look good. The possibility that she'll finish the contract on time, not so good. Okay. All right. Ghazal H says she has a lot on her plate. I think that is a nice juicy idiom. Yes. So the idiom, she has a lot on her plate, or to have a lot on your plate, we're not just talking about food, right? Things a lot on your plate. We're talking about a lot of maybe projects, things you need to do, things that you're busy with, and it's a lot to do, right? Good, great, wonderful idiom. Okay, repeat after me. Ooh, we're almost to the quiz. Here we go, repeat out loud after me. One of Angela's bad habits is chewing on things whenever she gets stressed. She is definitely stressed at the moment. Time will tell whether or not Angela is able to successfully complete her contract with the advertising agency. To be honest, her chances don't look good. Okay, and I see Leahuda has another idiom. She's up to her neck, right? So the work is kind of like the water, right? It's so deep, you're up to your neck and it's uncomfortable, you're overwhelmed. Well, up to your neck, another great idiom. You just have so much work to do and it's like, Okay, wonderful. We just finished the story talking about Angela. Okay, it's time for a quiz. Oh, and I see glasses on the screen, which is a good indicator for me to put on my glasses. All right, so here we go. Let's do it. Question number 1. Why can we assume that it's a nice day outside? A. There are people with glasses. B. There are mirrors in the room. C. There are many cute pencils. Or D. There's a lot of natural light. All right, here's some music. Okay, so why can we assume that it's a nice day outside? Longer answers this time. The answer is D. There's a lot of natural light. Okay, so we have the picture over here. I can make it a little bit bigger. And it's very bright on this side of the room, and it looks like natural light. There's probably a big window over there, so the natural light is coming in. And because of the natural light, we can assume that it's a nice day outside. If it was a rainy, cloudy day, you wouldn't have a lot of nice natural light. Okay. Now let's see the other answers. There are people with glasses. Kind of irrelevant. It's not important about the amount of light. There are mirrors in the room. Okay, maybe they will reflect the light, but yeah, not so much. There's a better answer. There are many cute pencils. Okay, maybe the pencils are cute, but it's not talking about a nice day or why it's a nice day out. So D is the best answer. There's a lot of natural light. Question number 2. Which is not a likely location of this picture? Which is not a likely location of this picture? A room in an office building. B, a hospital waiting room. C, a quiet study room at home. Or D, a popular university library. Let's hear some music. Okay, so which is not a likely location of this picture? Right, so the answer is B, a hospital waiting room, right? So if you're in a hospital waiting room, especially if it's like the emergency room, you have people crying, people screaming, babies crying and wailing. It's just a loud environment. It's not a very good place for work. So all of the other possibilities, a room in an office building, sure, possible. A quiet study room at home, sure. Popular university library, sure. Because most libraries have quiet sections, or maybe the whole library is quiet. It's a great place for doing work. All right. Question number 3. What is hanging from the woman's necklace? A, some kind of charm. B, some kind of rock. C, some kind of earring. Or D, some kind of token. What do you think? Okay, so what is hanging from the woman's necklace? Well, some kind of charm, right? I think in the description below we use some sort, but sort is another way to say kind. Some kind of charm. So it's the decoration, the decorative piece which is hanging from her necklace. Let's see if we can make the picture a little bit bigger. All right, so there is the necklace. It's a thin necklace, and on the end, hanging down, is a charm, right? Just a small piece, maybe a heart, maybe an angel, I don't know, some something, right? Okay, some kind of rock? Probably not. Some kind of earring doesn't work because you wear an earring on your ears. And some kind of token. Ooh, what is a token? Well, when I think of a token, 1 second here. Let's take a look in the dictionary. A token, right? So I think of when you go to play video games and they don't have it. They kind of use electronic cards nowadays that I've seen. But when I was a kid, you would get tokens and you put them into the video games and then you could play. So 1 token. I don't know. So this is a token. Okay. All right, let's go back. All right, question number 4. The woman could be feeling A, violent and creepy, B, friendly and disappointed, C, worried and discouraged, D, stressed and hungry. Okay, I think this is a good question because it has some good vocabulary. Bigger words too. Okay, so the woman could be feeling, there's some possibilities here, but if I have to choose the best one, I would choose C, worried and discouraged. All right, so worried just means that you're kind of scared or you're stressed or you're a bit upset about something. Discouraged means that you feel, I feel bad that I didn't, do something, or I feel like now it's going to be really difficult to do something, so I feel like I'm discouraged and I feel less energy to move forward. I feel discouraged. And we talked about this lady, she only has 2 days left before she has to finish her project, and she probably won't do it. All right, let's take a look at the answers which don't quite work. All right, A says violent. Violent is like you want to hurt something or hurt someone. Hopefully, well, maybe she wants to hurt the pencil because she's biting it, but not so much. Creepy means like strange and kind of scary, kind of like, ooh, freaky maybe. Friendly just means nice, kind. Disappointed, you are unhappy that something happened. Stressed, oh, that's a perfect word. And hungry. Well, it's possible that she's hungry, but we didn't talk about anything. But since she's chewing the pencil, maybe she's like, I'm so hungry I could eat a pencil. But either way, C is the best answer because we have 2 words that really describe her situation. She's worried, she's upset, and she's discouraged. She's like, I feel overwhelmed. It's too much work. Maybe I can't do it. Okay, so C is the best answer, worried and discouraged. Question number 5. Angela's contract with the advertising agency could A, improve her romantic inhibitions, B, propel her to celebrity status, C, earn her a boatload of money, or D, fix her bad habit of biting things. What do you think? Okay, so on this one we have longer answers, right? So we have to What do we know about this picture and the situation and these answers? Okay, so here we go. Angela's contract with the advertising agency could C. Earn her a boatload of money. So the word that we used before was lucrative. And we didn't just say lucrative, we said extremely lucrative. All right, so if you get a boatload of something, it could be of money, maybe a boatload of, I don't know, books, or boatload of love, boatload of happiness. It's a huge amount. So if you have a boatload of money, you have a lot of money, a ton of money, so much money. So before we said this contract could be extremely lucrative. So assuming that she finishes it, she could earn a boatload of money. All right, let's see the answers that don't work. Improve her romantic inhibitions. So romantic, you know, like love and relationship kind of stuff. Improve means to make better. Inhibitions means there are things that are difficult for you to do, right? Maybe it's a romantic inhibition might be that, you know, she stays at home all the time. She thinks about having a boyfriend, but she's too afraid to go out and maybe meet people. So an inhibition is something that you don't want to do. It kind of holds you back. It's something that you don't feel comfortable doing. All right. Propel her to celebrity status. So first, celebrity status means like you're really famous, you're really popular. Propel means to shoot you forward, push you forward, advance your career, move you forward, right? So propel her to celebrity status. Well, I don't know. We didn't get any information about that. So, I mean, the contract will make her a lot of money, but we don't know if it will make her a celebrity. It's possible, but we didn't get any information about that. And D, fix her bad habit of biting things. I think C is a better answer, but I suppose if she has a boatload of money, a ton of money, then she can maybe pay for professional help and they can help her. She can buy a stress ball and squeeze the stress ball instead of biting her pencils. Okay, so the best answer here is C, earn her a boatload of money. Angela's contract with the advertising agency could earn her a boatload of money, earn her a lot of money. Okay, all right, so we just finished the quiz. Great. All right, so what did we do today? Well, in this lesson, we did Let's Describe. We did the summary, we did the setting, the action, the story, and we did a quiz, all from this picture. Interesting. Okay, so that is it for this lesson. I had a great time teaching it, and thank you so much everyone participating in the comments. All right, remember, improve your English, become more valuable. Improve your ability, and this could be with anything, right? Your skills for work, your ability to be a better parent, a better person, a better mechanic, doctor, whatever. You improve your skills and you become more valuable. You're more able to provide value to yourself and to other people, right? If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe. There's the animation. If you're already subscribed, click on the little bell and then YouTube will send you a notification when we have new content or we go live. Okay? So remember, improve your English, become more valuable. Right? I'm going to type a thank you in the comments and then I'm going to be out of here. But I'm going to listen to some nice music while I do it. Here we go.